Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Friday pre-flight. For those of you who have arrived early, thank you for hanging out in the lounge a few minutes before the show started. I am in the process of losing my voice. Again, little remnants of what I went through when I was sick. And so when you cough and, hack up your lungs a few times, you don't sound super. But I've also been streaming quite a bit. Had a great time over on Midnight's Edge in the morning. Hopefully, you guys got a chance to check out the stream. Was well done. Of course, Tom and Andre, the consummate professionals. Mr. Mexican Iron Man was over there. And Paul Chatto joined us. He is very, very bright. Of course, Script Doctor was there, another very bright human being. So again, I was very honored to be on the show, and I enjoy being on Midnight's Edge in the morning as often as I can be. There's a lot coming up this weekend and a lot of great things to talk about. There's some not so great things to talk about. We're going to talk about them all. I feel like we should start with the good thing first. It's why I put it in the title. I have to tell you that there are good things out there. We need not despair. There are still companies interested in making good films from time to time. And when they do, we should reward them with, the finances from our pocketbooks and support them in any and every way we possibly can. And we're going to get to talking about one of those in just a second. But first, I want to say hi to those of you who showed up early, who I appreciate being here. We got Olaf Von S here, who showed up about a half an hour early, which was right as Midnight's Edge in the morning was ending. I managed to get some work done, throw some lunch down my throat, and get ready for an afternoon full of shows, because we've got Friday Night Tights, Friday Night Frolics. There's a celebration for Red Gaze, I think, that's going to happen at some point today over on the Red Gaze channel. We've got just a ton of wonderful things about to happen in the evening. Even we've got Matt Fowler's MF for Cocktail Lounge. You've got what Ords is doing over on Twitch with the gaming streams. You've got other people that go live and do just amazing content. We are blessed with a weekend full of entertainment. So, but thank you for being here, Olaf. I appreciate it. We got D Bud Martin here saying happy Friday. Jordy Lyons is saying hail Midnighters. Hail indeed. Thank you to all of you who come over here after hanging out over there. I do appreciate it. We've got just another red shirt. Hail, Mr. Shirt. And we've got the ever lovely Sherry. Greetings to you, dear. Thanks for being here. We've got Trav 101 checking in from across the pond. Thanks for being here, my friend. And of course, Low Spec Linux Laptop. How's it going, brother? I know he's been doing a lot of gaming streams, a text adventure game, I think, most recently. So you can check that out on his channel. Emotionally Unstable Amphibian, great to see you, my friend. Hopefully I'll be seeing you over on the Sporking News Double Dump tomorrow as one of the people in the audience. I know you're a huge fan of Scott's. Well, Scott has 2 shows tomorrow, 2 dumps. You get the first dump earlier in the day with the incredible people from Midnight's Edge. And then later in the day, you're going to get a second dump featuring Gary, otherwise known as Nerdrotic, later in the day. So 2 dumps, same day. Going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you get a chance to attend those. I will be featured in one of the shows early on, hanging out with the Midnight's Edge folks, and I may make a late appearance on the Gary show. We'll see. A lot of it has to do with other things going on. But thanks for being here. TGIF indeed. Aluvrian Imakara is here. She's bringing the fruity drinks, as she says in her member chat. Fruity umbrella drinks for the win. Indeed. Dr. Dragon is here saying howdy, folks. Howdy to you, my friend. Apollomes is here. Apollomes is a recent member. Got to add Apollomes to the credits this weekend so that we get to see Apollomes minions scroll by every single time I do a 6-minute daily or at the end of each of my streams. Grant and I are working on some more stuff for the channel. And as I've mentioned before, you're going to have another channel to subscribe to. It's going to be basically a culture DIY channel where I go and do not only work on my own property, but work in other locations as well, to kind of show you how to go about, solving problems in your own household or your apartment or flat or whatnot. In fact, first up, I think we're going to start talking about gardening things, building your own trellises and garden boxes and things like that, going into pretty decent detail about that. We'll have some gardening tips there for the time being, and eventually there will be a culture gardening channel as well, because again, I'm going to lean into all of my hobbies and share them with all of you. And as a brilliant man told me, monetize it. So I'm going to. At least I'll try. Hopefully you guys are interested. If not, I understand. But there might be some people who watch. We'll see. Hey, Humor and Waffles, it's great to see you. Thanks for being in the chat. We've got, of course, so many other folks that have rolled in here. I appreciate your support, guys. It is lovely. We've got Rob Altus hanging out. Definitely put your seats in an upright position and then just sit back and relax. You can. Really, actually, now you can just kick back and chill. Kick your shoes off. Well, unless you have stinky feet. You don't want to torture the other people in the cabin with that. Just hang out. It's going to be a lot of fun. It really is. We got M Tax Shark here saying Happy Memorial Day Friday. Indeed, it is a holiday weekend. Another great reason to go see good films. That's, celebrate some of the wonderful things about the United States, including our military, like Top Gun Maverick, which we'll get to in just a moment. Let's see who else rolled in. We got Philip A. Demick here. Good to see you. It's time to eat the pizza of justice. Wow. I'm not sure what that is, but yes, that sounds good. We've got Solar Warden here. Great to see you. And Channel Surface here. Good to see you. Yeah, my voice is going downhill quickly. Yeah. I always have a iffy voice when it's allergy season anyway. But it is definitely going downhill. So we'll see how this works out. We've got Jason from Sci-Fi for Me TV. Good to see you, brother. You can check out his channel. It's got a lot of brilliant insights, great coverage on a lot of different things, lots of incredible panelists on the regular. Just a lot of fun. Good place to hang out. Bees Man is here. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. We've got C4 Family here. Great to see you as well. Ginger Justice is here with the cool avatar picture saying, hi, Culture. Sorry I was late. You are fine. Whenever you arrive, it's appreciated, even if you catch the show on the replay. And thanks for watching on the replay as well. We've got Trinoculus P hanging out with us. What's going on? Our good friend Dragon Master 360. Oh, and a lot of these folks are part of our Gilded channel, so do check out the Gilded. It is a lot of fun to hang out with everybody there. Everybody's welcome, and we will engage in some private stuff over there in the near future that will only be on Gilded. I'll do some video stuff in exchanges there. Also, we have a member stream coming up maybe this weekend, trying to get out in front of next month. So we'll see. But I may start doing some member stuff over on Gilded as well. I think that'll be kind of cool. Let's see. We got Eric K out there with us. Good to see you, brother. Eric K is the master of mods, the mensch of wrenches. He is the man that's everywhere, and he helps everybody. And I just want to say thank you personally. I know a lot of other creators will thank you as well, Eric. You're a great man. Yes, I think somebody just asked. Louvrian said double dump. Stop eating Taco Bell. Well, I tell you what, Scott's going to do a good job over there. I'm very excited about that. This old garden with culture, yeah, it might be. It very well might be. Yeah, I love doing some gardening. I'm going to walk you through the basics of building an aquaponics system. I'm in the process of completely tearing down and rebuilding a hydroponics system as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of future content coming out there. And then as that expands and then we start to move into like regular remodeling projects, furniture construction, accessory construction, stuff like that, stuff that I'm going to try to present lots of different ways to build things. So if you don't have all the proper power tools that would make things a little faster, there's still workarounds to make everything work. Seriously. Yeah. Let's see. Trinoculus P says, I need to know about long-term emergency water solutions. Well, there are several of them. And believe it or not, some of them even involve fish and plants. There's a conversation to talk about that. And we can also talk about how people are starting to construct their own desalinization systems. There's a lot of people that are in places where they can actually drill their own wells. I actually am going to consider doing video on that and some other things. So you're going to get an opportunity for some of those other things, sewage solutions like septic and things like that. So we will get there. It's Open Line Friday, and we're talking about our favorite airplane-based TV and movies. Light up those phone lines. Indeed. Hey, Tweaky Kid is here. Beady, beady, beady. Will hydroponic gardening and water storage be covered? Indeed. We will talk about that. We're going to talk about rain barrel storage, which is actually should properly be referred to as catchment. There are limitations depending upon where you live as to whether or not it's quote unquote legal or not. Believe it or not, capturing rainfall is something that we've been doing for centuries. So it'll be a conversation, and you will need to do your own research to find out if it's legal in your area. But possession of a rain barrel is probably not a federal offense. You can probably have one. Hey, what's going on, Executive Soul Producer? It's great to see you. What is on the grill for this Memorial Day? 2 boneless ribeye steaks will be there. Indeed. Date nights this weekend too. There's a lot going on for me this weekend. I'm pretty excited, to be honest with you. Let's see who else is out there. We've got just another red shirt. Says, fair warning, I'm going to see Top Gun Maverick on Sunday, so I'll be muting spoilers until then. I won't be giving any spoilers. I really won't. We're going to talk about it. I can talk about this film's purity and its wonder without spoiling anything. I promise. Well, I don't promise. I'm going to try. I'll try not to accidentally reveal something, but believe me, I don't want to do that. We've got Brahma Bull out there listening while he's working. Brahma Bull's also seen Top Gun. He gives it top marks as well. Speaking of top marks, I know Nick is live from Maryland at Death Fest, and he has been on a live stream at least already today. I'm sure he'll dive more into that. Do check out Nick 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser when you get a chance as well. Let's see who else is out there. Well, we got Accidental Tourist saying, just like 15 days to flatten the curve, we're now entering our second year of High Rollers released next week. Well, you know what? That's 100% true. I will fix that. I tell you what, how about we do High Rollers release the same time that I launch the new channel? Does that seem fair? I think I can do it. I don't know if anybody wants to pay me that kind of money. I'm not sure what else I have to offer other than like an additional live stream. You know, maybe details on how I edit stuff. I mean, I'm going to be editing a lot of things now. I've got obviously Grant doing the pop culture stuff, but I'll be having to edit my own DIY videos myself, at least for the time being. So, but very stoked to be doing that, by the way. Very excited. I'm technically a minor. That's fine. You're okay. We've had these conversations. So 16, 17, if you're 17 years old, you're fine on Gilded. The idea regarding YT notifications, Gary V has set up has a texting group. Oh, that's awesome. Basically, everyone who follows the channel can get a text message so they don't miss updates. I love that idea. If you are on Gilded, every time I go live or post a show, it actually triggers on my Gilded. So that's another way of getting notifications. We are working with Comics Division in the future. He's got something worked out for making sure people get notifications very soon. There is a lot of stuff going on in the background for Comics Division. He's opening up a world for the rest of us. And boy, do we appreciate him for that. Let's see. I'm saying hi to people real slow today. I apologize, guys. Way behind. Yeah, rainwater catch with multiple cisterns, water from air, etc. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can catch water from air constantly. We can definitely talk about that as well. Evaporative systems. Yeah, gray water reuse is something we can definitely talk about. There's a lot of ways to go about fixing things, indeed. And we can talk about compost and all different fertilizer methods. Fertilizer methods. Yeah, get a goldfish, you got free fertilizer. Indeed. Get all kinds of fish, you got free fertilizer. We're going to talk about it. There's a lot there. It's illegal to catch rainwater in Colorado because of the California lobby. Well, okay. What frustrates me the most about this is California has been stealing water from the Colorado River more than their fair share for almost 3 decades now. But I won't go too deeply into that. That's a conversation for a different channel. Olaf says, I bet it will be Cultivation Casino or Culture Carpenting. No one trademarked those names yet. Nah. We're going to start off. We'll see if the first name works. The channel, like I said, I'll be announcing. It'll be up there. I hope it's up on the first. That's my plan, G1. So we'll see. You got a first cistern that holds around 3,000 gallons. That is a good chunk. Annual consumption is half a swimming pool for a family of 4, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, what's up? We got your Muslim uncle saying hail everyone. Well, assalamu alaikum. I hope I said that properly. I keep trying to do that. Cool Drake doing a tremendous job with his reviews, especially of Top Gun. So after you've seen the film, go watch the review. And it's your tolerance for what kind of really good deal. Is any CGI? I just saw a question scroll by. Let me see it. I didn't notice any CGI really. I mean, some obvious computer screen renderers that you always see, like when you see people's control screens and stuff. That's almost always CGI, but not really. It's not that kind of CGI. But it does have a ton of practical effects. It is, it's full of it. Upload. The chat is gone. There we go. What's up? Weird stuff happening right now. What is happening right now? Holy cow, I've never had this kind of getting hammered on the bandwidth thing. Am I making people trying to hack me? This is great. Yeah, just up and down. It's a little bit of a waggle right now. Not believable. It's gonna have this. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, a lot of people have like a ton of OG water in the air. You do. It's amazing how much water vapor you can collect. In fact, there's some solar systems now that are really, really good. Some passive collectors that also will generate water. Very interesting things. Ruben Christopher Haynes, good to see you, brother. I posted a video regarding my medical status and next steps. Point being, I'm going to fight this, brother. We are all with you. We love you. You have you have all of my support, my friend. If there's a way I can continue to promote what's going on in your life, I will. We've got a lot of people that are in rough conditions right now. Many of them include our good friend. Obviously you, my friend. But we also have Drew that's still struggling to get past his mother's passing and all of the things tied to that. And of course, we have what's happening with Stephen Walton, who's a little bit behind. You have obviously Storyman coming out the other side of his fire. So there's a lot going on there. So indeed. I have never been to Death Fest. Never. Let's see. Solar Warden for $10 says, using this super chat to please consider giving whatever you can to Drew, Supreme Heretic. The link for his dotation is on his Twitter page. Indeed. Thank you for the contribution here. And Solar Warden is correct. Drew definitely needs help as well. We have, like I said, 3 or 4 people right now that could certainly use your support. Jake D's in the house. Good to see you. And I think I cleared up. I finally got past the weirdness there. YAT doesn't want you to speak about saving rainwater. Probably not. This is so strange. Things are popping. Yeah, Southern California steals water from Northern California and has turned the beautiful Owens Valley into a desert by stealing 100% of their water. Yeah, and that's the other problem with the way that state's governed. And there was a political shift in the where that was done. But I tell you what, I'm not going to go deeply into that. We've got more to talk about. So let's get right to this. I want to talk about I want to talk about Top Gun. How about that? Should we start there? I think we should. First of all, I did see the film. The film is extraordinary. It is a sequel worth the name. It really is. It has a wonderful box office start with Thursday previews amounting to 19.3 million. Of course, that did include a little bit of Tuesday money, a little bit of Wednesday money, but 19.3 million, more than a little bit respectable. And maybe about what? Maybe 10 million behind where Doctor Strange 2 started. This movie cost $170 million, supposedly. I imagine the promotional budget on this is pretty substantial. There's a lot of companion advertising going along with this as well, from different entities, but I feel like this film's going to do quite well. I think we're going to be looking at a 4-day weekend box office number of somewhere around 115 million, maybe 120 million. Somewhere in there. I believe it will easily exceed the 98 million that was the studio guidance. That's what Paramount said. So we will see. I'm very excited about it. I give this particular film out of 5 stars. I give it 4 3/4 stars. It is almost perfect. In other words, it's a 9 out of 10. It is almost perfect film. That's saying a lot. James Hurley's pointing out that the Batman now supports Antifa. Yeah, I saw that. It's insane. It's garbage. Sci-Fi for me TV says I give it 12 out of 10. Yeah, it was very, very good. Jake D, I can't say enough positive things about this film. This is a take your dad to the movie time, right? This is a take your dad to the film, take your family to the film, take your kids to the film, take your mom to the film, take everybody to the film. Go see the film. I'm going to see it again on Saturday. Tomorrow, most likely. It's that good. I saw it in a theater that had the extra sound system stuff, so that anytime you had a jet fly by, your seat literally shakes with the bass and all of that. Not quite a 4DX experience, but definitely a premium experience indeed. I highly recommend this film. I really do. Speaking about it without spoilers, obviously Tom Cruise is in the film. Tom Cruise is coming back and putting himself in planes after exactly the kind of career that you would expect. He is very gifted pilot, and the main storyline is brilliantly written. Yes, there is a beach scene, albeit different. Yes, you get to hear Danger Zone and a few other classics as well. There are so many emotional moments in this film. I teared up at least twice. There probably were 4 or 5 times that I could have been brought to tears. It was that good. Louvrian and Makara says, I might consider seeing it Monday or Tuesday, avoiding the idiots in the crowd. Well, I wish I had avoided some idiots. Wow, did I have some. I had a Karen in the theater that was making everybody's viewing experience difficult right at the beginning, right as the credits start to roll. I'm like, lady, if you don't sit down and stop signaling people with your phone, I'm going to take the phone and throw it into the street. I was pretty mad. Don't do that at a theater, guys. The question here, would you say it's the best movie of 2022? Yes, so far. This is the best film of 2022, easily. I saw somebody describe it as an 80s film released in 2022, and that someone was brilliant and right on point. That's how good this film is. This actually is 80s nostalgia. Not really, but it is. It is, I think Brahma Bull said it the best. I think I've heard it described. This is the Star Wars sequel that we were looking for. That'll make sense after you see the film. It was very much like Cobra Kai. Very much. This feels like it could have been made 4 or 5 years after the first one, but 36 years puts a lot of emotional weight there now. It does. Indeed. The emotionally unstable amphibian saw it in 4DX, says it was insane. I bet. I'm actually looking to do that. I don't know if I'll be able to do that with Saturday. The premium screen showings are now filling up like crazy. This is the widest release in history for a film. It is on more screens than anything else, and I think that'll serve it very well. It's definitely going to make Doctor Strange 2 a distant memory. If Doctor Strange 2 makes what it's projected to make at 15 million, I will be surprised. I will be quite surprised. Let's see. So this is a 2019-2020 film that was held back. So you think this would have been woke if made in 2021 or 2022? No, I don't know how you could have done that. Anything that even hinted at like an intersectional nature or whatever terminology you want to throw at it, it was actually grounded in the film. You can't even say it has any woke elements whatsoever or even anything intersectional. You are reminded of the reality of the modern day military, but at the same time, it's 100% accurate to probably the lived experiences of a lot of military folks. And then let me tell you, the military folks are all over this film. They are loving it. Indeed. What's up, Trinoculus B? Good to see you. Yeah, I watched a video for the Lady Gaga theme and it gave me the sad. Oh, Top Gun. Well, there's some good stuff in there. Jennifer Connelly is brilliant in this film. Yeah. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, Trav, but Brahma Bull is the one that quoted, kind of termed that. And I have to say that that's probably accurate. This was the Star Wars sequel we were waiting for, Top Gun 2 Maverick. I know that sounds weird, but see the film. You'll understand. Yeah, if, Shrap says if Top Gun is good, may buy it. No, I will be buying this. This will be a 4K purchase for me. Immediately when it becomes available. It's very, very good. This thing is going to be demanded by streaming services. I imagine Netflix will bid a pretty penny to get this one. It's very good. Top Gun is one of the best Navy recruitment campaigns of the 1980s. Well, guess what? They just hit the reset button on that. They just said, you know what? We're going to get some more Navy pilots in here. We're going to get some more Navymen, more flight folks. Very cool. Tom Cruise can screw up a film, The Mummy. So this is Tom Cruise's next 3 years with this in 2022, 2023, 2024, and the next two Mission Impossible films. Indeed, we're coming up on. This is an interesting point, and thank you for that. I am 100% sure that this is Tom Cruise's summer. It is, because he is going to kill the box office with this, right? Just absolutely just do amazing things, right? No over-the-top CGI, no superheroes, nothing, right? This is a pure film. At the same time, he's going to release Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. That is in July. So we're going to go from this film at the beginning of June into Dead Reckoning in July. And if I'm not mistaken, potentially Dead Reckoning either at Christmas or next summer. So he could have just a resurgence. Legitimately, he's like one of the last real movie stars. So, truly. AI Privilege says, yeah, I'll probably be buying this along with The Northman. Yeah. Oh, it's next July. Thank you for that, Ruben. Yeah. If you met some actual Navy pilots, hey, I know some Navy folks. But there are a lot of folks out there that are really digging this film. And so this is kind of very old time rock and roll-y indeed. Not the song, but the feeling, the spirit. I'm just very excited. I've said as much on other streams when we were talking last night on Comics Division a little bit. I said that it was a very good film. I'm not kidding. I'm not blowing smoke. This is one of those that honestly will restore the things that have been pulled out of you over the course of the last few years. I know that seems like hyperbolic and stuff, but I believe it's true. Becky's here. What's up, Becky? Good to see you, dear. If you like Top Gun and are open to anime, I do like that. When you go see Macross in the theaters next month, I will be going to see. Absolutely. Yeah. I like fighty robot stuff. Yep. We got Rob Alston. It's about time we have a good movie to see. Yes. And this is one of them. But look, we got other stuff going on, and I've only got 90 minutes to get through stuff, and we've done a half an hour. So we got to get through at least one or two more things, right? Although I didn't list them specifically in the description because I don't want to get in trouble with the tube. It seems like they're going after people for what's in their descriptions. That's kind of odd. I had 7 streams marked private, taken private because of community something or another guidelines. And I'm like going, what did I violate? So what I figured out possibly for me was that I was using a Stream Elements add-on that populated current information into the description of my video, which maybe is a no-no. I'm not sure why, but it's very strange. Yeah, and we've got Real Wade. What's up, buddy? Saying Kenobi sucked. Well, I've heard that. I've heard that a lot lately. And yeah, it's all about the things. That's right. It's about the thing. Here's the thing. That's right. What theater chain is Macross going to be in? That's a good question. Oh, it's Fathom Events. Yeah, so cool. Yeah. And they do a great job, by the way. So let's talk a little bit about what is supposed to be going on right now. Well, or actually, I guess it is going on, but it's not really the event that they talk about anymore, and it hasn't been for a while. It's a Star Wars celebration, right? And you didn't get a whole lot of Star Wars out of your Star Wars celebration. You got a lot of announcements about Star Wars TV show updates and stuff like that. You got Mandalorian Season 3, which I hear was not exactly super stoked exciting. You have, of course, Ahsoka, which again, I hear is not exactly super stoked exciting. And you have Casio Keyboard. I mean, Andor what? Which again, if you listen to Tom, and I'm starting to agree with him, is going to likely go from 12 episodes to 9 and will align itself with an ad-driven TV platform. The thing is to be honest with you, as we know, Andor's been done for a long time. And we're just now seeing it. So there must be some reason for that. So like I said, you got those things. You got 3 animated shows. They're pointing at 3 animated, 2 live action. The Mandalorian is the biggest of them all, and season 2 of the setup of the Boba Fett. I don't know how you're going to do season 2 of Boba Fett that'll interest anybody. You have all the stuff that they're talking about in reverse. Let's see. Here we go. Obi-Wan Kenobi, the show that nobody has been particularly pumped for. Even the critics, the shills are out, all 35 of them or so now, trying to say good things about this. I have not heard a real honest good take about this, and Deadline in its review this morning killed this thing. And again, it's a bait and switch show. So we all know what's going to happen. It's not subversion if I know what you're going to do. My expectations have been met. You've made garbage. And of course, this also has been lore destroying already, according to some of the folks that would know. I'm not sure that was well done. And of course, or what? And while I love this actor, I think that Diego Luna is very talented. I don't care. I don't know why anybody would care. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, was a one-off that was successful for its time. I'm not sure it would pull the same kind of money now. There's not a lot of pent-up demand for Star Wars, and I think Disney just still hasn't come to grips with that they've essentially made it less valuable. And there's a setup for a possible Palpatine cameo. Who cares? Of course, The Mandalorian Season 3 is on its way out. We're going to see if anybody cares. We already kind of had like the episode 1 and 2 of season 3 in the Boba Fett show, in my opinion. So I'm not sure how anybody feels about that. You have Ahsoka, and while I do like the actress that is playing this, Rosario Dawson, I think she's very gifted. I don't care about this character. This is Dave Filoni's little pet, and everything is Ahsoka for reasons. And I'm can't buy into it. Of course, they've already changed the lore around Ahsoka, so I'm also not super excited. We'll have to see what happens with the Thrawn storyline, or if anybody cares. Of course, we have the thing that was announced yesterday with this particular still image: Star Wars Skeleton Crew with Jude Law. Who cares? Who cares? Apparently, this is coming to us from director John Watts, who did Spider-Man No Way Home. And Skeleton Crew? Do they keep... They're literally confusing Star Wars with Star Trek at this point, I think. Don't you think? You know, it was shot under the code name Grammar Rodeo. We'll see. Anyway, it's just more TV, so it's more series, so it's more stuff. Jude Law is quote unquote the star, but we already know what's going to happen. He'll be replaced by something stupendous, fabulous, and, you know, stunning. Supposedly, Rogue Squadron will be released December 22, 2023. Does anybody believe that? I don't. All right, let's see what you're saying. Enough of me ranting. Oh, let's see. Where are we at? Yeah, a lot of people forgot Celebration was going on. Got a few people out there covering it. Hey, what's up, Sander Hammerschlag? Good to see you. Sorry I met Polly and he and Tom Conkle are discussing it. Oh, no, it's fine. Thanks for being here, though. Appreciate it. Top Gun is such a great film. The original. This one is a great sequel. I did read that they plan 24 episodes, as second season will have 12 too. Oh, okay. Quite possibly. We'll see. I don't care. Casio Keyboard is one of the least compelling characters, in my opinion. Should it just be called Rebellion instead of Andor? They don't even focus on the main character. What's the point of these shows, says Dr. Dragon? I don't know. What's up, Captain Fandom Nerd? Good to see you, brother. They're seriously doing a second series of Boba Fett? WTF, indeed. Indeed. You left EBN? No. He's not a shill. I understand why you would think this, Dr. Dragon. Coach is playing a very difficult balancing act, and he does a very good job with it. And what he said today is 100% accurate during the course of his stream. He said that Star Wars is very divisive now. You either 100% love it or you 100% hate it. And I didn't get to the, you know, despising modern Star Wars crowd as fast as other people did. I mean, I was still digging The Mandalorian until, obviously, Gina. And once they got rid of Gina, they really kind of started to make my interest fade. Not because obviously that definitely influenced me 100%, much like a lot of other creators out there, but they destroyed what Favreau had been building. And this is very similar to what happened with Marvel. And while you can have some upward trajectory, I don't think that was built in for the long haul. I think there's going to be a lot of down. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that you're done with them. I'm still going to be on there as guest host when they offer me the opportunity. They do an excellent job of covering Star Wars news. So that's a shame. I feel bad that you feel that way, but I understand. I mean, at a certain point, you can walk away from stuff. Indeed. Dr. Dragon says, I had to be honest there. I know I'm not supposed to be apologizing, but I'm done with biased channels, and I don't that don't tell you like you and Mead and others. Yeah, I think Nick does a really good job of kind of doing that. I think they're a perfect balance. I love Nick and Coach. You know, our friends. But I understand. And again, I mean, sometimes we walk away from the things we don't like, and sometimes those are things that we very much liked. So, Raging Rhino's review was funny. I can't wait to see it. I got to get Rhino on the morning show. The problem is that he's usually working. I got to get him on a Sunday. By the way, the Sunday night culture reviews on the late night culture reviews on Sunday night, or I should say the late night culture streams, I should say. Those are so much fun, having you guys there at night when everything's a little looser. We can be a little freer, and we have panelists that are off their rocker. It's always a good time. For those of you catching those, it's fantastic. Star Wars is like Luke Skywalker. They ruined that. It's dead, Jim. That's right. Indeed. Yeah, a lot of normie folks don't even know a lot of this exists. And Disney Plus is not getting the push that they're trying to portray it as. You get a lot of international subs with a lot of what do you call it? A reduction in their average revenue per user, ARPU. So we got a member chat here. Of course, my Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast, my buddy there in Louisiana. I love seeing you here, brother. He says, "Oh, piece of candy." Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying. I don't have your epic beard and hair, but I'll get there, brother. I got to stop donating my hair. I'll never stop donating my hair. As long as I can grow my hair, I'm going to keep donating it. People need it. Yeah, K2SO isn't in it. I don't care for Andor, and I don't care for a lot of this stuff. And the Force is female. The Force is fake at this point. You know, it was talked about in a limited way today on Midnight's Edge in the morning, but they literally bought that article in Vanity Fair, and they did it for a reason. You know, and it's the same reason why you take certain stories to one trade and certain stories to another, or you come from different camps as to who you give your story to get whatever leaning that particular camp's going to give you. Well, at Vanity Fair, you buy the pub, and that's what they did. And they got a lot of offshoot stories, as Andre mentioned today. But at the same time, I mean, it's just like this chick is not responsible for success. She's responsible for tons of failure, including bringing the boys into a boys' property. Now you already had girls in the property, but now you've started to eliminate audience. This should be a growing audience, not a shrinking one. It's pretty stupid. Solar Warden just bought Top Gun 2 tickets for tomorrow. Fantastic. You will enjoy it, my friend. It's wonderful. It truly is. We've got Daisy Blossom here saying Celebration news didn't seem very interesting. No, it didn't. And one of the problems with that is the next subject here. And I'm going to throw that up there here in just a second. Make sure I didn't miss anybody's chats. You guys are all chatting about this stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not a big. I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. Again, I understand all this stuff. A lot of people are going to be right there. Indeed, we have to be careful not to let unbiased mean we automatically bash the thing. That's another true statement. Thank you, Jason. And I absolutely won't give you like my feedback on something unless I have significant knowledge about it or have seen it. You know, I didn't have to see Doctor Strange. I already knew what it was. I'd been told it. Reportedly, it's exactly as I was told. You know, so my thoughts are my initial impressions, and that's what you're going to get. You're not going to get my, full review of something because I won't see it. I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to see a lot of stuff now, which is weird for me. I see everything. I consume media like crazy, so I understand. I do. Did you see my tweet culture? Probably not. I'm usually not trying to keep on tweets when I'm doing a show. I'm really bad at that. Let's see. Hey, good to see you. Doomcock's review of Kenobi, he nuked it from orbit. Oh, I bet he did. Doomcock can roast anything that is in disservice of a property that he loves. So I bet you it's got fireballed. Whoo, what's up there, Theme Park Casual? Good to see you. I know you've been hanging out with Rogue Disney. You guys were, doing some fun stuff. I'm a wee bit jealous. Keep on your channel, bro. Keep on your channel. I'm going to keep reminding people. Keep on your channel. Let's see what we got. James Hurley says, what are your thoughts on Edward Norton's Hulk? I thought it was not good. And I don't know if it's necessarily Ed Norton's portrayal of Banner or whatever, but it wasn't good. I mean, you know, and I mean, Tim Roth's a decent actor. He's not a very nice person, and he's not really liked by a lot of other actors. But I mean, his Abomination was, you know, an interesting thing to pop up in some places recently. But no, we'll skip back to Ed Norton. Ed Norton's a talented actor. I've loved him in a lot of stuff, but yeah, not my. Again, sometimes things are not for me, and that was one of those. Only 13,000 likes and less than 1 million views, and 1,300 dislikes, though. Well, there you go. A lot of fun. I think you're referring to what's happening. What's happening with the Lucasfilm stuff right now. Sci-fi TV for me. I think Lucasfilm will eventually turn Star Wars Celebration into a company-wide D23 type event. And you know what? They already did it. Look, this is not Star Wars. This is Lucasfilm. And it's because they're trying to reduce their presence at events like Comic-Con and other cons and stuff like that. They want to control this a fan event, much like they control their upfronts when they present their slate and material for the year in front of others. Now, mind you, I've been to tons of Disney events, many. And this is turned into a Disney event, a Lucasfilm event. They are promoting Willow, which is a Lucasfilm property, to be sure, but they are promoting Willow at this. You know what else they're promoting? Well, of course, you already know they're promoting this, Indiana Jones 5. Yeah. This is not the first look photo. The first look photo is that, which I think is trash. And again, I mean, that's what these things have become. Is these have become the upfronts to the audience kinds of fan events. And I don't blame Disney for trying to control it in that way, but the problem is it's not organic anymore. I think that's one of the reasons. I think that's why I think that Comic-Con lost so much love so quickly. Is it became about the function of promotion rather than an organic event where things just occurred. You know, you getting into event halls, you know, wasn't a struggle. You didn't have to try to get media credentials to go consistently. And believe me, I went for years to San Diego Comic-Con, years and years and years. I guarantee you, if you were there anytime prior to 2016, you probably crossed paths with me. You just didn't know it. Maybe you didn't see me in a booth. Anyway. It's troubling. It's troubling. But I think this is 100% right. I think Jason's on top of this. Yeah. And I listened to Az and Jane Theory. Tear it down as well. Anna went after it. Everybody hit it. It's the show's that bad. Really is. And, you know, this is actually a great statement here. Thanks for understanding, CC. Right now, I'm more focused if a verdict does come down today. I think it might. Don't know what will happen, but I think JD has already won the public view after seeing the truth. Yeah, so much so. And I didn't grab this story, but just as an aside, for those of you who may not know, he got a movie offer to be in Sherlock Holmes 3 with Robert Downey Jr. Robert's bringing him back in. That's powerful. That is powerful stuff. So I know we've got a couple of member chats. At least one more, I should say, from our good friend Blue-Eyed Roof Korean the Base, who's been a member for 19 months also. Man, you guys have been here forever. Thank you for that. Says, well, Depp trial is in the jury hands now. Yes, it is. And I really do believe it's going to be fast. I think they already made their decision. I think they made their decision weeks ago. And I think it's going to be bad news for the Time's Up, believe all women, #garbage. Right? I think that's going to be it. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, I think tonight on Friday Night Frolics, you're going to hear Doomcock tear this thing up some more. I think so. And for good reason. It's going to tear up Celebration also. Celebration, again, isn't Star Wars anymore. It's just not. It hasn't been Star Wars for the last, well, I guess 2019. Man of War 665. I've never fully recovered from those voiceless screams. Yeah, Ray Liotta passing away was so rough. It really was. At the end of Midnight's Edge in the morning today, we watched the Enough Said with him from the Tequila 1800. It was really good. Such a good man. Such a great actor. Over 100 film projects. And he had 3 that he was involved in the filming process of, and 2 are in post-production right now. That's how prolific he was as a working actor. Playing great roles all the time. Yeah, I think the Sherlock thing is a perfect vehicle for Johnny. I really do. I think it'll be very good. This is a good question. Do I plan on watching Stranger Things this weekend? I am going to give them 3 more episodes. I got disillusioned by the show. I don't really want to go into all of that. Maybe someday I will, but I will watch 3 episodes this weekend, and hopefully that'll get me back into it. Because I did like it initially. I just thought there was a little too much leaning in certain directions that just turned me off. Yeah. Yeah, Robert, Mel, and Johnny need to tear some shit up. Indeed, Man of War 665. Indeed. Considering Downey's own comeback, that's significant. He's the first to make an offer to JD. It is. It truly is. And can you imagine? I mean, you're teaming up 2 brilliant humans, right? You got Jude, and you have Jude there. I mean, they're going to be good. Going to be good. Go Johnny, be good. Gooder than Aqua Lady. I think so. The fact is, Disney won't bring back JD for Pirates is a travesty. The fact that, Disney won't bring back JD for Pirates is a travesty. Disney needs to dry up and blow away. Well, never say never. Again, I think one of the reasons that Mr. Bruckheimer did not talk about this, and I'm being dragged to this idea, that he didn't talk about it, was because he really would like to have Johnny back. There's not a lot of final stuff happening in the background right now. Bruckheimer was involved in the new Top Gun film. I think he just wants to make good films. And Disney's involved as they are as distributor, but when it comes to production and putting something together, Bruckheimer leads that bus with Pirates. They wouldn't have it without him. Not the way that they do. So we'll see. I think I got another couple member chats. This is Olaf Von S, has been a member for a while, says, great to be a part of this clan almost every day. I appreciate you being here, Olaf Von S. And Small Time Republic, what's up, Small Time, says, episode 1 of Obi-Wan Kenobi was okay in my opinion, not brilliant, but serviceable. Interesting. I'm interested to hear more perspectives, but I haven't heard anything positive other than what sounded like a meh from you, my friend. Could be wrong. Oh, this is true. This is also true. Yeah, you're right. Ed Norton is watchable, unlike Ang Lee's. Yeah, I can't argue with you. Judicon, great to see you, my friend. RDJ is carrying JD like your homie in a shooter game. Kind of, yeah. LOL, that's a funky drink culture. Yeah, it's just water. It's the green glass. That's what it is. Vertical Horizons did not enjoy Obi-Wan. Thinks it's shite. Sounds like the new Obi-Wan show is another major disappointment from Kathleen Kennedy Lucasfilm. Judicon, I think you're preaching to the choir. I didn't expect anything in this. Sci-Fi for Me TV says every now and then I get it in my head that I might want to make a movie again, but then I think about it. I'm still trying to get my horror project off the ground. I will. I was going to try and get it shot this September or October. I don't know if I'll be able to have time to do it. Not with the events that I'm supposed to be involved in, but we'll see. Maybe I can. I've got to get well ahead on videos, and that's really hard to do right now. Let me tell you. What's up, Martin Vasquez? Good to see you. We've got without Captain Jack Sparrow, it's not Pirates of the Caribbean, says Daisy Blossom. You are correct. Blue-eyed Roof Korean the Base, our regular sponsor of the program, for $5 says Depp trial, proof of death of legacy media. Yes. And the trades have been in the bag. Like, I think I actually have a story about it we'll get to, but the trades have been in the bag for Heard, and it shows you how out of touch Hollywood is, and all the writers in Hollywood are with like actual reality or the perception of the public. You know, if you're only speaking to the town, you know, if you're only speaking to, you know, Tinseltown, if you're only speaking to Hollywood, you were missing a broader audience. And again, that's why a lot of people have always called the trades, especially Deadline and Variety, high school newspapers. That's what Access Media is. They're high school newspapers, and that's what, unfortunately, what all legacy media has turned into. But anyway, that's my diatribe on that. Let me introduce you to two lawyers on YouTube who experienced backlash the fellowship has over the last few years. Yeah. I have to tell you, between Ricada and his group and Runkle and pretty much everybody that's been doing the LawTube stuff, Emily's been doing a good job. We've been exposed to this. You know, I think since the Rittenhouse trial, we have been exposed to quality analysis information from LawTube. I want to say thank you to everybody. I want to say thank you to Tug, that umbrella guy, the umbrella man. Ooh, watch out for the umbrella man. Tug's been killing it. Love Tug to death. Umbrella guy's been doing it. He jumped huge, over 100,000 subs on YouTube and over 100,000 followers on Twitter. That's how impressive this has been for him. And it gave him notoriety that he absolutely deserved. And I think it's going to push his comic sales even beyond the stratosphere, which good. I hope so. We need good independent stuff out there. Maybe somebody will work with him to make more stuff. I mean, talk about a labor of love for your little girl. What a good man. It's got electrolytes. That's right. James Hurley. Yeah, I know. Batman is an Antifa sympathizer. Yeah. It's disgusting, James Hurley. It really is. It's very, very frustrating. I can't say it enough times. You know, I mean, you have people coming out doing dumb stuff all the time. There's a reason DC is referred to as dead comics now, or deceased. There's a reason. I think Zaslav has to figure out a way to fix the comic side of things, or he won't be able to make comic movies going forward because nobody's going to watch them. Olaf says, I did send you a new link to the private stream interview Culture did with Mark Zickery. Oh, cool. It's 3 hours, but I love hearing the stuff he had to tell and confirm lots of opinions I had. I will check that out. Thank you, my friend. Two big major plot holes in episode 2 of Kenobi, and I don't know how any Disney supporters justify those plot holes. I heard this thing broke lore from beginning to end in the first 2 episodes, so we'll see. Not being edgy, but wasn't DC Comics going to be closing their doors? I thought I read that a few months ago. Well, they went to office sharing, the reduction in space. They moved things around. Why there was some wide reporting of significant management changes that were happening, which all have started to slowly come to pass. I think Zaslav is in a position where he could move their publishing out to somebody else and license it. There's a decent chance that could happen. We'll have to see. You imagine IDW doing DC or somebody like that. Maybe if flip, give it to Petal and Pete. Give it to Pete over at Alterna. Could you imagine Pete with DC? Holy cow. You'd have real comics again. Flip. You know, or I tell you what, have people come back that can do stuff. Seriously, bring Uncle Ethan back. Have him run them out of town. He could run that place easy. Clownfish putting out a musing video about the new Winnie the Pooh horror film, Blood and Honey. I might go see it, but I'm a horror guy. I'm a haunted house guy. I'm a haunt guy. So there you go. The Umbrella Man. Yeah, pretty funny stuff. Yeah, deceased indeed. I think Runkle said that he thinks Depp will win 1 out of 3. I think you're probably right. I think it might be 2 out of 3. We'll see. I know that Amber's getting Jack all. Yeah, the new Winnie the Pooh horror makes me think the makers were thinking if they could make a movie, they should have been focused whether they should make it. That's a good question. I think you could make a horror-based Winnie the Pooh very well. I think they probably did their very best. But I think what it does is it exposes some of these companies for lack of creativity because you took Winnie the Pooh to a horror place. Talk about subverting expectations. Hey, we've got Blue Eyed Roof Korea in the base for another $2. Says, media cannot let me to fail. Media moral superiority. Yeah, they think they have it. They lost the high ground a long time ago. Nobody believes them. I mean, the little fat guy, over at CNN, he's constantly called onto the table over ethical issues and statements and opinion-driven news and all of that. Like I said, I mean, Zaslav has a lot of work to do, and he will get to it. I think we're a year away from having Warner significantly cleaned up, especially since it's his people that are coming in and sweeping the broom behind some of these people. So we'll see from there. IEW, they're even going to be around in 6 months. I don't know. I mean, they are losing too many IPs to stay in business, to be honest with you. So that would be my simple answer to that one. But it is what it is. Dominique Leroy says, hello there. Hi there. Hello there. You know who does that the best? Steve Kenobi. But, we have a super sticker from Daisy Blossom, a big one, a $10 one. Thank you for that, dear. I appreciate it. It's a little Shiba Inu saying thank you. Yeah. Somebody said I look like an Ewok. Somebody else said I looked like a koala. Is it the beard? I'm gonna try the just for men like Coleman beard thing because I'm not digging the gray. Not digging it at all. I saw Top Gun. It is great. Go see it. Top Gun 2 Maverick is so wonderful. However, Kenobi ends up. It's nice that John Williams got to write a theme for the last remaining legacy character. Indeed. Yeah, played by not the original actor. What kind of horror movie are you working on? It is a Western sci-fi horror. It is acted, not documentary, with multiple characters and people from the Fellowship if they're still interested in doing it. I will be renting a ghost town to shoot it, all on my own dime. Comics are meant to be experienced as comics for the most part, just like novels and books. Movies are a visual medium, indeed. Radio serials are an auditory medium, indeed. Please leave media as it is intended to be. Well, yeah. Yub nub. It's Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast, for 665. Thank you, brother. Says, we'll miss the start of tonight's offerings. It's the Mrs. 55th birthday today. We'll tell her a very happy birthday. Indeed. Heading out for a ludicrously early dinner time, old people style. Indeed. Well, if the missus is around, with my terrible voice today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Manowar 665, neighbor of the beast. Happy birthday to you. Actually, I have to call and wish my stepmom a birthday and sing to her. There's a lot of birthdays today. But I hope you guys have a great meal and a good date night and a good birthday. I do. Gray beards and goatee are very distinguished. I have embraced my gray. I have too, at least in the hair. But this really is starting to make me look old. And I don't want to look like Jack Murphy. That's the worst thing. Are you not shaving because you're waiting on your Jeremy's razors? Yes. And then I will shave my neck. I'm not a neck beard guy. It gets too itchy. I'm like a face beard guy. So like once I get to like my chin line, that's why a lot of times like when you used to see me, I'd have a chin strap and like a nice goatee. That's kind of my standard look. It's either the chin strap and the goatee or just the goatee. But you know, I started growing the beard, so I left the beard. It is what it is. But I do want my founder's kit. I want it now. Embrace the wrong side of 50 culture. Gray the gay away. I love you guys. What's up, Josiah? Good to see you, brother. Still one of my favorite pictures. Right there. We got your Muslim uncle for $1.99. Greetings. Says my cousin worked for and helped develop games, the games division at IDW. Wow. That's awesome. Man. Wow, that is cool. I don't want them to go away. You know what I mean? I want them to stick around. I know that seems weird, but a lot of these comics for a long time and these comic companies were great. And I don't want them to go away. I want things to be good. That's why I'm praising Top Gun 2. Really. Thunderduck says, I hope they make a movie about Johnny Depp trial and everything that came before. Will Amber be playing the turd then? Yes, indeed. Thank you, Thunderduck. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well over there in the motherland. Or the fatherland, depending upon your perspective, over there in Germany. Olaf says, my birthday is one day off from Doomcocks. Wow, that's cool. This is true. Ruben Christopher Haynes says, your goal is to look as good as me. Graybeards unite. All right, I'll try to get there, brother. I'll try to get there. You do have an amazing beard, brother. That's so cool. You do a Kickstarter Indiegogo campaign for the movie. Once I'm done with it, probably to pay for music and stuff, I probably will like put an Indiegogo campaign together. But I'm going to film the thing, right? I'm just going to film it. I'm going to go film it. I'm going to grab people. I'm going to pay them a sandwich in a hotel room, and we're going to shoot for 4 to 6 days, and that's it. I'm gonna have one of my friends look over the script, make sure I'm not making an ass out of myself. They'll probably tell me I'm a terrible writer. We work it, and I'll have to pay them for that. But again, that'll be out of pocket. I'm not sure it'll make any money, and I don't care. I mean, I've always wanted to make a horror film. I love haunts. I love working in horror. I love designing haunts. I love designing like scare things. I love that. That's one of my favorite things. And yeah. So. Oh man, I wish I could get up to Montana. I've got Virginia City, Garnett. That'd be great, but I can't. That's not gonna jam with anything. So, and if I'm shooting in October, I need it to be warmish, dryish. So, warmish, dryish. Sounded weird. Olaf says, I do have good hope of George Mike's script working on their Boba Fett project. I do too. I can't wait for that. By the way, George is going to kill it. I know he is. Dude's killing it already, just on YouTube. I can't wait to see what he does with the film. If you start to look like Jack Murphy, run to the store as fast as you can and buy that just for men and use it now. That's right, I'm going to. I see Brightest Days here. What's up, brother? Good to see you, my man. Miss you. Yikes. Just saw a post where someone says Halo was produced with better quality than Kenobi. Yeah, that's I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I discovered it on Monday morning, Sunday entertainment stream at DC when they had his birthday stream with special guests. In a sense, felt like my party too. Yeah. Oh, see, this is the problem. If I were going to, okay, so because of the way I'm going to have to shoot, and the only time that I really have available is like that September, the end of September, that October window, I would the weather plays a factor into where I could shoot. Right. And a couple places that I've inquired about near me, they're very reasonable to rent their town. So, yeah. Speaking of Germany culture, says Izaj Mlodi, the short films that Rammstein have made for his last album are my favorites this year. I will have to check that out. Rammstein. Let's see. Yeah, it is. This is a cool story. And yeah, it pulls from some other stuff, but it does a good job. And there's a twist. It's always a twist, a good twist in a horror film. So the hero will still be the hero at the end. And just make sure that the hero scares the villain away with tax forms, says Philip A. Demick. Oh, yeah. Well, I got to say that July in Montana might dump a blizzard in your lap. Oh, the joy of Montana, indeed. But it's beautiful up there. I like to go to Yellowstone National Park in October. Like last week of summer season, weather is usually great. So I've heard. The biggest problem, I think, with Yellowstone for me is I know that at any moment things can blow up and everybody will die. Not that that couldn't happen now and kill most of the Western United States. But I don't think people even realize that. I do know this. Kenobi's score is false as heck over on Rotten Tomatoes. 86% with critics, according to the aggregator. In fact, they posted a tweet about it. It's right here. Rotten Tomatoes. The first reviews are in for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Currently, it's a fresh 86 on the Tomatometer with 29 reviews. Yay. Anybody really believe that? I don't. But I know the last thing we're going to cover is going to be the thing we kind of interspersed when we were conversating about everything earlier. And that's going to be this. Jurors are asked in closing arguments to decide who is the real Johnny Depp. I think we already know. I think the jury has seen enough bologna sausage in this trial to know who's full of the bologna sausage. I really do. I think some of the statements made by his attorney, she just was just destroyed and dismantled nearly everything that was said by Amber's team, making them less and less credible, if that's even possible. Six weeks of the trial. Each side argued that the jurors had gotten to see the real Johnny Depp. He's a decent, well-liked man whose life was destroyed by a vicious lie. I agree with all of that. Rottenborn was terrible, and then they followed up with the cat lady attorney person. I always forget her name. They followed up with her, and she is just not likable or informed. She's definitely not a litigator. How did Amber end up with these people as her legal defense team? I mean, you think the ACLU, with as much of the fixes in on stuff, could have helped her find more serviceable attorneys for this kind of litigation. I don't know. So the 7-person jury has seen days of testimony from both Depp and Heard, as well as their friends, former friends, family, relatives, agents, lawyers, and employees. They've also seen dueling testimony from experts in psychiatry and substance abuse and some people that were unqualified to render opinions as such, by the way. Obviously, you can see the things done to Depp. You have really little evidence that wasn't doctored in Photoshop that you could claim for Amber Heard. And Depp's lawyer, Camille Vasquez, argued that the evidence showed that it was Heard who repeatedly hit Depp while he would typically flee from conflict. And this is the statement that I think will resonate with the court the most. There is an abuser in this courtroom, but it's not Mr. Depp. And there is a victim of domestic violence, but it's not Miss Heard. Miss Heard is in fact the abuser. Mr. Depp is the abused. And I believe that everybody will agree with that. Depp's legal team has shown that Heard in fact donated only about $1 million, though she said she intends to make the full contribution over time. So we are in the midst of deliberations. It's in the hands of the jury. What do you guys think? We're going to use the last 15 minutes to just kind of bounce off that one, because I think that I really think this is going to be subject for the weekend. And if the jury comes back quickly, like during the course of Friday Night Tights, hope you're watching. Going to be bananas. Going to be bananas. Thank you, Elaine. I always forget her name. Thank you for that, Jason. Appreciate it. Isaj Melody says about Rotten Tomatoes from the previous conversation, 86% is their default score. That's the number they use when they're hiding something. Yes, it is. They think that that's like they can get away with number. Seriously. T-shirt had a T-shirt idea, a shirt that says bologna sausage. That's right, bologna sausage. Master Simon, some of you trying way too hard to give shade to Kenobi. I haven't seen it, so my shade is based on my expectations and nothing else. Even Doomcock had to acknowledge there was good stuff about the show. That's good. Just remember, when your projects ever come out, it will be your turn. Indeed. Indeed. Criticize me. I don't mind. I get it all the time. I've been getting it my entire life. Can't wait for my project to come out. I guarantee you people will criticize it. It's not a big budgeted feature. I'm going to be working with people that may have some acting experience, but they're not professionals. I mean, maybe one or two. I'll be working with production assistants and helpers that have never worked on a production at all. So, with all of those things in mind, I'll accept whatever criticism people have. It's part of the gig. I get criticized all the time on here. I get some real hateful stuff in Twitter. Let me tell you. Bilbo Swaggin, what's up, buddy? I'm doing very well. Other than I'm losing my voice because I've been coughing my head off for a week. But yeah, and I think this is a problem with a lot of stuff is Josh Melody. Bureaucracy never produces anything good. No. Filmmaking is not a committee. You have to have a lot of people to make a film work. There's no lie there. You have to have people that are really professional in the aspects that they do. But it's a team sport. But it's not a bureaucratic one. You should all be pulling your oars the same direction at the same time with a good coxswain. Horseradish Power for £2 sterling. Proper money. Thank you, my friend. Says Amber should have hired She-Shrek attorney at law. Indeed. Indeed. Jason thinks the jury's going to come back today. I agree. Let's see. Olivier McCarr says, I think Johnny's going to come out of this okay. I do too. Obviously, if he's going to already be working with Robert Downey Jr. in the next Sherlock Holmes film, I think it's going to be fine. Who's the FNT guest? I skipped the last few. You know what? Off the top of my brain, I can't recall. I know that we have some mods in here that'll be able to throw that out there. If you don't watch, then you're sheep following the trend. Think for yourself. That's all I do. I'm telling people I'm not watching the show. I'm not going to watch the show. Are you filming from a gun range? No. No. While there will be firearms in there, there won't be any ammunition of any sort or any munition of any sort. Everything will be added digital effect at a later time. So. I haven't watched any new Star Wars thing. I don't think I have to see it to know whether I want to watch it or not. Hence why trailers exist. And I think that pushed a lot of people away. I think a lot of the trailers have. For a lot of projects. For me, Doctor Strange, that the more I saw, the more trailers I saw, the more I didn't want to see it. I'm going to keep telling people, I'm not seeing it. Not going to see Doctor Strange. Seen enough clips now to know that I have no interest in the full feature. Again, that's me. You don't have to agree with me. I have no interest in Kenobi, knowing what it is, what it will be. I'd rather smash my head with a brick than watch Disney Star Wars. There you go. I'd love to be a guest on. Friday Night Tights. And when I make it there, it'll be quite the privilege, I think. Just tired of the door. I don't watch Excuse. I watch stuff. I just went and watched Top Gun 2. Yeah, I just watched Top Gun 2. It was a brilliant film. Probably one of the best made in the last 4 or 5 years. It's going to do great at the box office. It had a $170 million budget. It will probably break $600-700 million, and it'll be considered a success for Paramount, which who desperately needs one. And when they're not, making film by committee, like what could potentially be the next Star Trek film, or allowing people to take their IP and throw it into the garbage, they obviously can have good films made with their banner. I don't think this film is as good as it is without Bruckheimer, Simpson, Skydance. Paramount on their own couldn't have put this together the way that it was put together for Top Gun 2. Like I said, I'm going to watch 3 episodes of Stranger Things, the most recent season, this weekend, to see if it can reset my opinion of that show, which I thought fell off considerably as it went along. If not, I won't finish it. You have to give everything a chance. Sometimes that chance is a trailer. Sometimes that chance is a couple trailers. Sometimes that's a bunch of clips. Sometimes it's having a script in your hand to read. Yeah. Horseradish Power 4, 2 pounds, says, don't worry, I'm not watching Strange 2 either. Yeah. And again, I mean, I'm one of those weird people. It was one of my favorite MCU films. Thought it was great. Yeah, I mean, again, you're suffering the physical effects of the CGI stuff that just gets inserted into a lot of things. I think, and again, we've talked about what delivery and we've talked about what the look and feel of a lot of these shows are now because of the methodology they're used to produce them, which gives you some plasticky textures on some things that shouldn't have that, and that's fine. At the same time, I mean, virtual production's probably the way that you're going to go with most of these shows because it's not very expensive. You don't need to go site locations and stuff. And if you do, you shoot the location in 3D and then you just project it behind the actors as you go. Yeah. Well, a lot of times my point of reference can be a script. I watch stuff all the time. I've seen a lot of subpar entertainment. But, when you see scripts of programs, and you read them, you can tell from the way they're written. When you are given clips and things like that, it's okay to not be interested in something and have an opinion on it. People do it all the time. I don't want pineapple on my pizza. Same thing. Let's see. To be fair, I didn't like the Star Wars prequels much, so I was already getting fairly disinterested in the universe when Disney got the property. A lot of people probably were there. There were elements of the prequels I hated. Jar Jar was an overutilized entity. not really used as the vehicle that it was supposed to be as. I mean, the best vehicle for comedy had always been the droids. And the droids are supposed to be the experience through the films for everybody. They're supposed to be the characters that remain throughout the series. And they're the audience, or they're supposed to be. I think I got another super here. Yeah, I did. Horseradish Power for another £2. Sterling says, I also want to watch Top Gun Maverick again. Yeah, I'll be hopefully seeing it again on Saturday, tomorrow. That's my goal. I'm going to see if I can find a better premium experience than I even had this last time. I'd love to see it in 4DX because from what I hear, it's ridiculous. Malachi, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, if a studio has a good track record for making good products, it's always a good thing to jump in and take a look. Yeah, a lot of you guys are sharing your opinions. Please don't attack each other. There's no reason for that. We can all have different opinions. Yeah, sometimes shows can devolve into a situation where people are yelling back and forth. It's some people get turned off by that. I understand that. Izaj Melody said, my captain, Thomas Otterbein, was a consultant for the original Top Gun. Still proud of that, even though he absolutely hated me. Well, sometimes. As much as I give, or as much garbage that I throw at Mad Mardigan for his military record and all that other stuff, he really is entertaining, and his stories are fantastic. Let's see what we got here. You got no interest in seeing Top Gun 2? See? Yeah. I just can tell you it's a very good film. It's very, very reminiscent of the 80s stuff. It's good stuff. Yeah. But we're in a good shape. We've got some more positive entertainment coming out. Like I said, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning looks really good. Believe it or not, I saw the preview for Bullet Train. That was one of the previews that was showing at my theater before Top Gun 2, and that looks really good. And what else? Of course, we have the new John Wick film on its way. We've got a couple others coming that are going to be worthwhile, I think. And again, I mean, sometimes I get to see clips of stuff that probably shouldn't see. It helps me evaluate whether I want to see something or not. It's just the way it is. You watched the first one for the first time 10 years ago yesterday. Wow. Well, number 2 is really, really good. Yeah, I've seen the Willow trailer. Well, it didn't blow up my skirt. We watched it again last night on Comics Division. So, yeah, you can see our reactions to that there. Again, I mean, I'm allowed to, react to trailers and stuff. So, yeah. The new camera shots inside the jet looked amazing. I don't know how they did it. Maybe with like a GoPro or something. Holy cow. I mean, some of the shots they got were stupid good. And again, this is practical effects are in these planes. So, that's amazing. Amazing stuff. All right. Well, we have to get ready because we got a big weekend full of stuff. Show's about ready to start across the board, across the planet. Friday Night Tights, whether you're there or not. Friday Night Frolics, whether you're there or not. And so many other great shows throughout the weekend. Do be sure to check out everybody's stuff if you possibly can. Those folks that you're interested in. Sometimes check out the folks you're not interested in for the same reason you're going to watch programs. Maybe you're going to not necessarily align with your beliefs or your ideas or your interests. Because believe it or not, I actually tried to watch Downtown Abbey. I know it's pronounced Downton Abbey, but let me tell you, that was not good. At least not for me. Sometimes things are not for me. But with that being said, be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. Thank you also very much for being here. I do appreciate it. And until next time, bye.
Press our button as we see it. This time we're landing in about 1 minute. Thank you.